We'll do this, but I got to tell you a little bit about it first, because you know, with a name like Genuine Negro Jig, it probably better have a story, and it does. This is a tune that we got from a banjo scholar. His name is Bob Winans, and he's you don't know who he is, but you know he's awesome. And he's working on this manuscript, and he found a tune in it, and he said he thought we should do, so he brought it to us and played it for us, and we're like, yeah, it's an awesome tune. And it was in this manuscript. It was called Genuine Negro Jig. Now, the guy who wrote this down is a guy named Dan Emmett. And I don't know if you know him, but he's also been attributed with writing the song Dixie. Yes, which has a mixed past. It's got, you know, there's just, you know, we won't get into that. But Dan Emmett also pioneered the blackface minstrelsy. But moving swiftly along, he collected tunes in his area, and this was one of the tunes that he collected. So he heard it, he wrote it down, and so Bob gave us a copy of this. We started playing it because it's a great tune, and then we got some more information on it. We ran into a couple more scholars named the Sacks, who said, well, we could tell you a little bit more about that. They've written a book about a black string band family called the Snowdens in northern Ohio, right down the street from Dan Emmett. They lived right down the street from him, and the gravestone of the two eldest Snowdens says they taught Dixie to Dan Emmett. Read the book if you want to know more. It's called Way Up North in Dixie, and it's about this family. But they said that also that Dan Emmett would have most likely gotten this tune that he called Genuine Negro Jig from this black family. They were the only black string band family in the area. They were actually the only black family in the area, and they were well known as a source of tunes. And people would write them, you know, would you give me this tune, or you know, play me that tune. So you read the book, you know, but we like it. It seems to make sense. So we call it Snowden's Jig. We'll do this one for you. Now, we recently got to be in northern Ohio, Mount Vernon, and we got to actually play this at the gravesite of the Snowdens. It was pretty cool.
And with something that makes the story really complex, a lot of these first blackface minstrel performers would advertise they were playing authentic Negro music. And while the book doesn't quite say one side or the other, it's interesting to know that there was actual truth in some of that advertising, no matter how they got it.
You about ready to do this? I gotta connect this thing to me.